Americans are missing out on the best foldable phones. Here's why that's a problem. Bold claim. While 2025 has been a groundbreaking year for foldable phones, Americans are still getting the short end of the stick when it comes to innovation and variety. But here's where it gets controversial. Is the US market being intentionally left behind? Or is there more to the story? As we approach the end of 2025, it's undeniable that foldable phones have taken center stage in the tech world. Motorola's Razr Ultra redefined what a flip phone could be. Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7 brought excitement back to the brand. And the Pixel 10 Pro Fold made waves with its IP68 rating and built-in magnets. With all these devices launching in the US, it seemed like foldables were finally becoming mainstream, and innovation was alive and well. But here's the part most people miss. Despite these advancements, Americans are still missing out on some of the most cutting-edge foldables available globally. The Samsung W26, a stark reminder of foldable inequality. Samsung's recent announcement of the W26 serves as a glaring example. Essentially a supercharged version of the Galaxy Z Fold 7, the W26 is exclusive to China. It boasts the same ultra-thin design, but elevates it with stunning black and red color options, gold accents, satellite calling, and a whopping 16 gigabytes of RAM for both storage variants. Compare this to the 512 gigabyte Z Fold 7, which only offers 12 gigabytes of RAM. The W26 also comes with a 25-watt charging adapter and a Kevlar case. Luxuries absent from the Z Fold 7's minimalist packaging. At over $2,300, the W26 is undeniably expensive. And one could argue that its upgrades aren't worth the $300 premium over the $2,000 Z Fold 7. But the real issue isn't the price, it's the principle. Just 3 months after the Fold 7's release, Samsung has already unveiled a better version that US consumers can't even access. Sound familiar? Last year's Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition, with its thinner design and improved camera, met the same fate, launching exclusively in South Korea and China. And this is the part most people miss. For 2 years in a row, Samsung has reserved its most advanced foldables for markets outside the US. While the Z Fold 7 is impressive, the W26 is now Samsung's undisputed best, and it's out of reach for American buyers. This raises a thought-provoking question. Why is the US market consistently overlooked for these premium devices? Beyond Samsung, a world of foldables Americans can't touch. Samsung isn't the only culprit. Other brands are launching foldables exclusively in regions like China, leaving US consumers in the dark. Take the OPPO Find N5, for instance. With a nearly invisible crease, exceptional battery life, and 80-watt charging, it outshines the Z Fold 7 in several key areas. Similarly, the Honor Magic V5 and Vivo X Fold 5, both Z Fold competitors, have yet to grace US shores. Vivo's offering, in particular, rivals the Z Fold 7 with its massive 6,000 mAh battery and superior durability. But it's not just about Z Fold alternatives. Innovative designs like the HUAWEI Pura X, a flip phone that unfolds into a tablet-like 16:10 display, remain China exclusive. Even more frustrating are tri-fold concepts like the HUAWEI Mate XT and TECNO Phantom Ultimate G Fold, which push the boundaries of foldable technology, but are unlikely to ever reach the US market. The bigger picture, why this matters. To be clear, the US hasn't been completely left behind. Devices like the Z Fold 7, Razr Ultra, and Pixel 10 Pro Fold are excellent in their own right. But when compared to the global foldable landscape, it's evident that Americans are getting the less impressive options. This isn't just about having the latest gadget. It's about access to innovation and the freedom to choose from the best technology available. Controversial question. Is the US market being intentionally underserved, Or are there broader economic and logistical factors at play? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. Looking ahead, will anything change? Unfortunately, the outlook isn't promising. Brands like OPPO, HUAWEI, Honor, and vivo have little to no US presence, and that's unlikely to change. While Samsung may eventually bring its tri-fold concept to the US, there's no guarantee. Motorola and Google provide much-needed competition, but three brands simply aren't enough to drive the diversity and innovation the US market deserves. As a tech enthusiast, I'm thrilled that devices like the W26 exist, but as a US consumer, I can't shake the feeling of being left out. The question remains, will the US ever catch up? Or will we continue to settle for second best? Let's keep the conversation going.